the original question. When we read about the curses that Moses spoke to Israel about regarding not keeping his laws, right? Who was he talking to? Did those curses fall upon black and brown people in the diaspora?
It did.
So, by default, who are the black and brown people today that Moses spoke to?
I'm not going to say
It's what?
it's the Israelites.
Thank you.
Yeah, in the New Testament, I think someone asked, and he sent him to go, he gave him a dream of like different meats. He said,
oh God, Cornelius?
Yeah, that one, yeah. So, when he gave him that dream.
Come on, sis.
No, but it's just like.
I'm gonna get it.
Verse 34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth, I perceive that God is no respecter of persons.
So you're thinking, see, as Gentiles. Watch what he says.
Verse 35. For in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him.
Right, in every nation. Go ahead.
The word which God sent unto the children of Israel.
Word sent to who?
The children of Israel.
That's what that word was spoken to.
Yeah.
In every nation. Why in every nation say that? Why say that? In every nation. Why was the word spoken to Israel regarding them in every nation?
Because they were taken to
Right. So what was Cornelius?
potentially could have been.
Oh, come on.
No,
Come on,
no,
stop playing me, man.
no,
Potentially nothing. That's what he. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna prove it. Read on. You know it's true. You're just fighting it. Yeah, read.
Preaching peace by Jesus Christ. He is Lord of all. Now that word I say, you know, which was published throughout all Judea and began from Galilee after the baptism which John preached.
Give me Corinthians 10. Now, let me ask you a question. Is there a point in time in the Bible where Israelites are called Gentiles?
No.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with Moses?
Yeah.
And them being delivered out of Egypt and so forth? Very good. Corinthians 10 and 1.
Corinthians 12.
Corinthians 10. Let me ask one more question. Who are the saints according to the Bible? The saints.
The saints.
Yes. Who's that going marching in? Who are the saints according to the Bible?
I believe it's the Israelites again.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Nowhere in the Bible you find anyone else called saints outside of them. 10 and 1.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 1.
Come on.
Moreover, brethren.
Moreover what?
Brethren.
This is Paul. Moreover, to the Corinthians, brethren. Go ahead.
I will not that ye should be ignorant.
That you should not be ignorant, Corinthians, brethren. Go ahead.
How that all our fathers,
He said to the Corinthians, all our fathers. Go ahead. Did what?
were under the cloud,
Under the cloud. Go ahead.
and all passed through the sea.
Who was that? Right. So Paul said to the Corinthians, our fathers were under the cloud, and they passed through the sea. Watch. He's going to elaborate. Go ahead.
And were all baptized unto Moses.
And we're what?
All baptized unto
They
Moses.
were given the laws by Moses. He's telling the Corinthians how their brethren, him and them, fathers passed through the sea and were given the laws of Moses. Go ahead.
In the cloud and in the sea.
Go ahead.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
And they all ate the same spiritual what?
Meat.
Meat. Go ahead.
And did all drink the same spiritual drink.
Some laws. Go ahead.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. And that rock was Christ.
I'll get 12 and 1. Watch this. Now let's continue again. 12 and 1. So who's Paul talking to here in Corinthians? Who are you talking to? Corinthians. Who's he talking to? In Corinth.
I know you're trying to say these
I know you don't want to say it. But what? We're gonna read it with 12 and 1.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12 and verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts,
Brethren. Again, brethren. Go ahead.
I will not have you ignorant.
I want to have you ignorant, brethren, who all passed through the sea under the cloud with Moses. Like, go ahead.
You know that ye were Gentiles.
You know what?
You know that ye were Gentiles.
You know that you were Gentiles. Go ahead.
Carried away unto these dumb idols.
What does that mean?
You were taken and you started worshiping other.
That you what?
So you were taken and started worshiping other.
But what were they because of that? What were they called because of that?
Gentiles.
So, but who were people.
Everybody,
Since you say I'm a string of myself, you know it's not everybody.
I still believe it's everybody.
Why? Why do you believe it's everybody when the Israelites were one race of people? Can we all be Chinese? Can we all be Arabs if we're Muslim? Can we all be East Indian if we're Hindu?
The thing is using that ideology of like, even like, we live in a world where it's very diverse.
It is diverse.
Yeah.
It was diverse back then. It's no difference.
Yeah, cool.
But there were still different races of people mingled together. But they still maintained their nationalism as today. Right? Look around you. East Indians walking around.
Yeah.
Arabs walking around. Caucasians walking around. They all maintain individuality. Even though we all live in the same society, all nations have their own derivation. They all have their own distinction, their own race. So when it comes to the Bible, the children of Israel were one distinct race. Watch this. Watch this. Leviticus 20 verse 24 and then 26. This is what God says. Watch this.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 24.
Watch.
But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land.
Come on.
And I will give it unto you to possess it.
Come on.
A land that floweth with milk and honey.
What land is that, sis? Flow of milk and honey. It flows of milk and honey. What land is that? Promised land.
Yeah.
Jerusalem, Israel. Go ahead.
I am the Lord your God,
Go ahead.
which have separated you from other people.
What did God do?
Separated you from other people.
So you have various nations of people on the earth. But God said, yeah, that's true, but I have done what? Separated you from them. Read 26 now.
Verse 26, and you shall be holy unto me, for I the Lord am holy, and have severed
Holy
you,
is separate. Go ahead.
and have severed you from other people.
And have done what?
Severed you.
You know what sever means? Severed?
Yeah, Mr. Separate.
Right. So, give me Psalm 147, 19 and 20. This is how it's severed. This is how it's severed. Watch this. Psalm 147.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob,
He gave his laws unto Jacob. Go ahead.
his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto his statutes and judgments for not keeping the commandments unto Israel. Watch this.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
What does it say?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt so with any other nation. Go ahead.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
And as for his judgments of breaking those laws, other nations have not known them. So, with that point being said, that right there alone, God said, I made you separate from everybody else. I gave you laws separate from everybody else. So regardless of Israel being assimilated into all nations or integrated, there's still a separate entity of people that were given laws. And not all of us have the same forefathers. Abraham had many kids, yes, he did have other kids. But the chosen seed of Abraham is what God did with Isaac and Jacob.
Yeah.
So, I'm going back to my original question. When we read about the curses that Moses spoke to Israel about regarding not keeping his laws, right? Who was he talking to? Did those curses fall upon black and brown people in the diaspora?
It did.
So, by default, who are the black and brown people today that Moses spoke to?
I'm not gonna say
It's what?
it's the Israelites.
Thank you. Damn.
But
It's like 2 hours. Oh, my watch is dead. Like 3 hours? Yes. We're the Israelites. You can't. I understand you. You don't have to agree with it, but it's biblical. It's true. The Bible says, teach them whether they will hear or they forbear.
Fair enough. Okay,
You choose to forbear, but you know it's true.
I have one question.
Yes, what's your question?
So, it's just
It's going to be a nation salvation question, isn't it? We are the world question, right? Go ahead. What's the question?
Okay, those who like, okay, accept, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Christ.
yeah, as Lord and Savior.
Something as Lord and
Are
Savior,
they
blah, blah,
not-
blah, yeah.
Are they not what's it called? God saves the people.
No. Now, give me Isaiah 14. Or give me Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and 14. Now, in terms of other nations, can they become God's people? No, they cannot. Can they serve the God of God? Can they serve the chosen people's God? Yes, they can do that. But can they become God's people? No more. Can I become Chinese? Can I become Arabic? Can I become an East Indian? They're a race of people.
But over time, you can become one, though.
You cannot. It's not a religion. It's a people.
If you're constantly having kids with someone that's like Asian, eventually that kid's going to become Asian. In a sense, not in the sense of like, if a black and a white person gets together,
okay,
the child is mixed. The whole block, 50% black, 50% white.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, why'd you say no?
No.
Why'd you say no?
Tell you what. Numbers 118.
The book of Numbers.
Jacob, how many wives?
He had like 4, I think. Yeah.
2 of them were his people, and 2 were what? Were not.
Yeah.
What were his kids?
What was his kids?
Were they his people or were they his mother's people?
They were his kids because they came from his father.
Right.
Yeah.
So you are what?
You are what your father is.
Right.
Okay. But if the father,
I'm gonna read it. We're gonna read it now. We're gonna read it. You know these things. You just fight it. 118.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
Right.
And they declared their pedigrees.
Their lineage, genealogies. Go ahead.
After their families.
After their what?
Their families.
Go ahead.
By the house of their fathers.
After their what?
Their fathers.
You are what your father is. Now, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna explain to you how that's possible. What does a man carry? And what is the seed planting? Where's the seed planted? The man's seed planted where? It's okay, so all right, so the man, you take an apple seed, you plant it in China, you plant it in Russia and in Africa. What's it going to?
an apple.
Does it become a Russian apple tree? No, it becomes an apple tree.
Yeah.
It may grow differently, look different in different regions, but it's what? It's still what?
An apple.
Likewise, a man. When a man lays with different nations of women, regardless, those women, those children are, whatever he shoots out into that woman, she's carrying his seed. Now, of course, her genes is in there. He may look like his mama, but he is what his father is. So if a black man marries a white woman, and they're talking about looking like a white boy, that's a black boy looking like a white boy. Because it's of his mama, but he's still a black man. So regardless, you are what your father is. That goes for all nations.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.